even know where to start with this whole YouTube channel thing. Like, what do you say? Like,
yo, this is Vinny Two Guns, and this is
Amber.
You don't have like a dope nickname like me.
A Crave in the house. Okay, so welcome to our channel. I've been waiting to say this. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button.
Oh, is the
right
subscribe
now.
button right here? Right here?
Can you make it
I'm
right
not sure
here?
if that's even in the video. Do it again.
Can you make it right here?
A little higher.
Okay. We're
Right
going to
here.
put the subscribe button right here. I don't know how to do it yet, but we're going to figure it out.
It's going to go ding.
Ding. We decided to do like a Q&A for our very first video. So we posted on Instagram. We asked our followers to, shoot out some questions, and we were going to do like a little Q&A as our introduction videos.
Why are we doing this YouTube video?
Well, that was actually one of our questions. I just feel like creating this YouTube channel has been a goal of ours, and we've been kind of putting it off. And 2023, like I made a goal list, and one of the goals was to create a YouTube channel and to actually start posting YouTube videos.
We finally got to 5,000K followers each. Well, I really don't. I have like 4.7 and she has 5.6, but together we have 10. And so I think that really was a moment for us to say, hey, there's actually people who want to follow our journey and follow our lives.
I mean, and I think that goes into like one of the questions that we got was, what can we expect to see from your channel? And I was like, that's a really good question. I believe you're going to get relationship, all things relationship, the good, the bad, the ugly,
the
real, authentic shit. Can you put a little sheep?
You're going to get the real authentic, right? You got two very strong personality people with really good heads on our shoulders, but we also sometimes will clash our heads together. And so you'll get the real nitty relationship stuff. We
love to travel. We're constantly going places. I mean, we go to work and everyone's like, so where are you going to next?
Where's the next vacation?
Oh, didn't you just go somewhere?
But we do some amazing experiences, and that's where we choose to spend a lot of our money, is on the experiences that we do at these locations.
Yep, absolutely. And then there's finances, which I'm actually learning a lot from him regarding real estate, financial independence, retiring early, all of these things that we want to accomplish.
And our goal for finance is we're part of the FIRE movement, or we want to be part of that FIRE movement, where it's financial independence and retiring early. We both no kids. What? Like the best thing in the world right now, at least. And I think that really aids to our goal, helps us get to where we want to go, create the future that we're trying to create. And that's, part of the dream team vision that we have for each other.
Yeah. And then last but not least, fitness. We love health and fitness. So we love our bodies, and we're with this body our entire life, and we want to take care of that body. So physical health, mental health, emotional health, all of these things are very important to us. So I think that wraps up basically work-life balance. Moving on to the questions. What do you guys do for work? We are advanced practice registered nurses who specialize in anesthesia. We're not nurse practitioners. We're not medical doctors. We have our doctorate degree
in nurse practice.
In nursing practice.
Specializing in anesthesia.
So what do CRNAs do? Okay, so like let's say you're a new mom, or you're about to be a new mom, you're having contractions, you want a labor epidural. Most of the time, the CRNA or the anesthesiologist will be the one putting in that epidural.
Or grandma fell down and she slipped and fell in winter and she broke a hip. And here she is now. She has a fracture on her hip and she's bleeding, and we need to do this trauma emergency real quick.
Or you have a little 11-month-old that's got really bad ear infections, and they need to have ear tubes put in. The CRNA will be the one to do the anesthesia and
Stay with your patient, stay with you, your loved one, grandma, the whole time. We literally sometimes don't pee.
But it's a really rewarding job, and we're very thankful for it.
To actually top off all of what we just said is that we do this as 1099 locums.
So basically, I mean, most people have heard of travel nursing. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's travel nurse anesthesia providers. And then they normally go through an agency, and then they go from different hospital to hospital, doing different contracts. Some contracts are short, some are long. We put exactly what we want in our contract, and
it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. So we love our jobs, and we're very fortunate.
We have a ton of questions.
Yeah.
And we probably won't be able to get through all of them. So we decided that this will be maybe
part one.
We'll
have to do a part two.
And then a part two. Say hi, Bo.
This is Bo.
Bring them into the camera.
Like, this is Bo. So we had some relationship questions, which I love that.
This is a good one. This is one of my favorite followers. How did you guys meet? Mm-hmm. And who was into who first?
So we met in anesthesia school, 2017. So the first day of class, we're all like kind of nervous. We're picking our seats. I'm like in the very front row.
I'm question this story.
Miss Studious and like have to learn.
Oh yeah.
Vincent and like 4 other people were in the back right corner.
I want to be in the back corner. Like, I am the most unassuming student. I want to be in the back corner. I don't want you to see me. Don't even want you to know that I'm there.
So he's in the back corner, and I'm trying to pay attention. He's like disrupting the class, or they're disrupting the class. I don't know who all is back there.
Yeah.
But Dr. Mahan, our instructor, stops the entire lecture and says, what did he say?
He had called me out, and I was in the process of asking a question to my classmate, and I leaned over and I said, what, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, he called me out and he was like, is there an issue? And I was just like, no, I was just asking. I couldn't hear what you said. And so he gets us up, and we literally, in the middle of the class, have to, all 5 of us, move forward to the front where Amber is sitting. And then I'm just looking at her, and she's looking at me, and I'm just like.
Anyway.
So that was how we first met.
That was the first interaction. All right, next question is, who was into who first?
You. Me?
Yes.
How?
All right, we're going to have to tell another story. Okay, so
no.
You were totally into me first.
I thought she was cute. She is beautiful, but
you were the one that was into me first, but I was the one that caught feelings first.
I was networking.
He was very
I was
persistent.
Persistent with what?
You were persistent about hanging out and getting to know me.
I had no friends. I'm from California. I'm in the middle of the Bible Belt, deep South Tennessee.
No, he found out I was single after first semester, and I get a text message over Christmas break after I was single saying, we should get together when we get back to campus.
I was trying to create, so rule number 23 in anesthesia school is find your tribe, right? You gotta create. You got to create your little group of friends, people that are going to support you. Come on.
Okay.
So I was trying to be friendly with everyone, her included. Did I think she was pretty? Absolutely. Did I think that we were going to become a thing? No, absolutely not. I mean, I thought you were cute. I wouldn't be against it, but it wasn't ever my intention.
Well, needless to say, we both fell for each other. Okay, moving on.
We've got so many about traveling, so there's
pretty broad,
right? But they're not real questions. They're just like, talk about traveling.
Oh, we can talk about traveling a little bit. I mean, these could definitely be their own videos. I think for us, our traveling kind of started in anesthesia school. We did a lot of traveling in school.
We took a ton of road trips.
Yes,
we were
road trips.
broke ass students.
We
And
used our loan disbursement money to pay for all of our stuff that we did.
But we both understood that like this was an experience that we were only going to go through once. So we were like, yo, let's fill this thing up with a bunch of memories. Any opportunity that we had that we weren't dealing with school stuff.
So like the way we traveled back then and the way we travel now is like so different. I guess we can talk about kind of where we started.
Let's talk about the journey as a relationship and traveling.
Okay.
Like that's really kind of a major deal. So they say
it's a huge deal because we weren't even living together when we started traveling and doing these big road trips. So
they say that if you can travel with somebody, then you can live with somebody. And there's a lot of truth to that because there's such a high level of collaboration and we're in each other's space. And we're going through very uncomfortable, unfamiliar experiences and
kind of doing the
environments.
same thing. You know what I mean? Like you're not just traveling on your own doing what you want to do. It's kind of like, what do we want to do? And you have to kind of work as a team. We overpack so much.
And I remember she would be like, I just want choices. And I was just like, choices? Like you can't bring the whole closet.
You need like 10 outfits.
She had like 5 pairs of shoes, all her makeup.
Yeah.
And then we started going to places like Costa Rica and climbing up these really narrow steps and these walkways that's on the side of a cliff. And I'm like, you got to carry that.
I think it was Greece that really changed my mindset on the whole like backpacking thing. Because we did a legit backpacking trip. And I think it was like we were in between hotels. We couldn't check in. So like we had to carry whatever was on us. And it was like our backpacks. And it was like 95 degrees in Athens. And, I was like, wow, imagine if I had this backpack and, a suitcase, like this would be really hard. So the whole backpack travel thing is smart.
It was a good experience for us to learn to bring what we need to bring, not what we want to bring.
Okay. We love traveling, and if you follow our channel or subscribe, that's you're gonna probably see a lot of travel vlogs. I mean, we're going to Maldives in a month, so we're really looking forward to doing a travel vlog. Okay, this is a good one. So this is relating to school. It says, do you recommend BSN or getting your ADN and then getting your BSN online? I feel like this is a good question because we actually took different routes to get to CRNA. He took the ADN route and I took the BSN route. Do you want to talk about your experience with your...
So that's kind of a loaded question. ADN, the reason why I chose an ADN program is in my culture, the Filipino culture, it has a lot to do with family. And my family and I are very close-knit. So like wanting to be together is very natural and innate in me. And so I wanted to be close to home. I didn't want to go to a 4-year university and be away from my family. At this time, we were going through a lot. Like my dad was going through his addiction issues. And so like I wanted to be around to support the family. And so I was really focused on how can I become a nurse in a short period of time for as cheap as possible and find a job immediately. And so I went for the associate's degree and I said, in 2 years, I'm out. I'm making $60,000-$70,000 a year. I could help my family. And so I wanted to get it done in 2 years and start working and go get my BSN while I work.
I need another sip.
She's burning out because we're now 45 minutes into this video. And
so long. How do you guys do this? Gin and tonic. So I'm from a small town in Mississippi, and if you know anything about the South, like going to a 4-year university is kind of like a big deal. Sororities are a huge thing. The college experience, just being like a freshman when you're a senior in high school, like that's all you think about. And so I kind of had that mindset as a senior, and so I worked really hard. I tried to get like the best grades, the best ACT score. I ended up getting a scholarship, so I took that and I went to a 4-year university. I do not regret my choice of going to a university and getting my bachelor's degree like right out the gate. I felt like I really enjoyed my early 20s and I had fun and I did some stupid shit. I did some stupid crap, but I don't regret it.
So it really boils down to what is your flavor, right? What
Yeah,
are the
like
things
what
that
journey do you want?
what is important to you?
Mhm.
I
Because
think
they both will, option A versus option B will both lead you to the same outcome. You can get to CRNA end goal by doing what Vincent did or doing what I did. You might end up with a little more debt, but
you also might, in her journey, you might have a more fun experience.
do you guys want to have kids?
Yeah. What?
Not right now. Not right now.
But probably.
I'm really happy where we're at right now, and like I love our life. This is our last question, and it's what books do you recommend on learning how to invest?
Yeah, so book recommendations. Like the very first few things I think on the very surface level is you have to know how to make money,
Mm-hmm.
and then you need to know how to keep money. Super basic. So I would recommend my first two recommendations would be The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. He talks about putting your money into low cost index funds, similar to your 401k, your Roth IRA, into the market, and over the course of time, those your money will compound at the typical rate of about 7 to 11% of the for the stock market, and of course it dips just like it did recently. And but at the end of the day, it always naturally will tend to go up. So how to make money? J.L. Collins, The Simple Path to Wealth, and then how to keep your money is around the idea of saving your money with taxes. Like we get taxed on everything, and so make sure that you know how to minimize those taxes and being able to keep as much money for yourself. For that book or for that, I would recommend Tax Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright, which is the CPA of Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert Kiyosaki. So that would be a quick two-part, two-book recommendation.
Hope you guys enjoyed our little Q&A introductory video for our very first YouTube.
I'm Vinny Two Guns.
And I'm Amber.
And
we're
the
Dream
Team.
Team. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button right here.
Bloopers to come.
Okay.